Hello and welcome to the Red Pill Dispensary. All right, so big show tonight. We are going to do a deep dive into General Solimine. We're going to, I am going to attempt to put forth a theory based in fact. I've been working on it for a couple days. I think there's definitely something to it, and then I even had more validations today through a source and made even more connections, and I'm excited to share it. Just kind of it's interesting. So you guys will see. We'll go through the whole progression, the lead up, and I have a theory out there that I haven't heard anybody put forth yet. It's based in fact. I got I can show you the references where it came from and put it together for you. And at the same time, we're gonna just kind of look into this with a realistic mind. Um, you know, we don't want to believe every word we see, but at the same time, we want to see the words that they're trying to project with those words. And anyways, I have a theory. I think you guys are gonna love it. I think it's pretty solid. Researched up, fact up, backed up. So we'll see how it rolls. But regardless, we're gonna go through this and we're gonna talk about this. And just that basically we're picking up where we left off, because where we left off was we were talking about Iran and Russia. Their jets were not able to withstand the fact that we waited. We had a cyber attack. We had some kind of loophole in their technology where we were bringing down their jets, but like out in like open spaces. You give the time for the pilot to eject. Not blow them up, just disable them, and they start no die, and the pilot has time to eject. There's been so many of those situations. It's to the point where it's like, okay, someone's doing it. And we're doing that to both Iran and just catching you guys up on the old stuff, and Russia, as well as the Russian bombers. We actually brought a couple of those down. It just meant not blowing out of the sky, just all of a sudden a malfunction. I'm telling you, with the cyber warfare, that it's kind of what got Boeing 737 in front and trouble. But I would put forth that Boeing has maybe ended up being a big piece and kind of saving face in a big way here. So I'm going to put forth the theory, but basically it's also informative. You don't have to agree with my theory, and let's just roll with it. So obviously we all know, what is that? How did that get in there? Oh, right. Oh, that's why, because TMZ has the this is the actual strike. No, it's not. All right, so stupid TMZ. All right. U.S. drone strike. It's just I don't trust what's on the screen here. Oh, hold on a second, guys. All right, so I'm gonna share it now. I want you guys to see what we're doing over here. Now this is gonna be, stick with me because I promise this is gonna pay off all of this. So, anyway, so here is TMZ. They got footage. I seen the footage like right after it happened. It was on Reddit, I think. It's very interesting. I haven't seen the footage. I've seen it in two different places, and now it's like scrubbed. It's you can actually hear the people who are operating the drones. Kind of like making it, and like before, basically it's like one of the drones just went doo, 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 doo. But that's more of like a locational thing. because it's all connecting with satellites and and then the weapon comes just like a. I mean, if I didn't know, I mean, they say it came from the drone, and we're actually going to look at the exact drone it came from. But this thing, it was like hot lava. It just left hot lava in its wake. I mean, the aftermath picture that I put up as a thumbnail, that's like, you know, much further after. I'm talking about the actual strike. I mean, this thing was just, everything just melted. It was really something. And you hear the two guys, he's like, direct hit. And he goes, what was that? Because sometimes they don't know. It was such top secret that, you know, some of these operational guys, they just are told we have a target, and, you know, they realize it's a big deal because of the type of weapon we use. And don't forget what we talked about in the show before that is the two weapons from the Pacific Ocean that was fired, and the weapon that was fired from the Atlantic Ocean. And we're gonna go over all that. But so first off, let's take a look at this video. Oh, you know what? Is this like actually a video? I just saw it on here. Here we go, per TMZ. So here's the I mean, even to get like this footage, the footage I originally seen, I haven't seen it since. But even like getting this footage, this is the only place that a lot of places have it, but it doesn't play. This is the only place that I'm finding, you know, just quick. If I dive deeper, I could probably find. But I just wanted to get some footage for everyone to see. It's not like it's more during, but what I saw was before the actual weapon were like these like little like balls of lightning, like doo, 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 but like, you know, like energy, like doo, 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 doo. It was just locating, you know, showing. All right, right here, right here, right here, boom. I mean, it was. Whew, come on, this thing not gonna play. Anyways, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this footage, right? Okay. Now, a lot of us have different opinions on what we think with General Solimine, and I don't know, maybe we don't have different opinions, but you know what? If you look at the media, you think that a lot of people have different opinions. All right, I'm gonna say that what I feel about this is the same way I felt when it first happened. And trust me, I've learned so much more since then. I probably feel stronger about it. I think that this was necessary. Now I say that with everything, taking all into account, who benefits Israel. You know, just the fact that the World War III possibility. I get it. And, you know, the whole Israel thing, I get it. But this was necessary. I was kind of questioning, like, oh, so what was this imminent attack? But from what I'm hearing, there was an imminent attack. And not just that, they already kind of were justified in doing it even from before that with the airstrike that killed the DOD employee. And remember, I was telling you guys, those DOD employees, they're a lot more valuable than you realize, because in that airstrike, it was just one man and four service members were injured. So between that and the embassy being overran to a point, they sent the Marines in. Between those two things, the second one with storming the embassy, I wonder, you know, that's the only place where I could see somebody, if they could get me some information about that shows me that it wasn't Solimine's people. But even if it wasn't, listen, when they shot down the Golden Hawk drone, do you remember that? That was a big thing when they shot down our drone. I mean, that drone, it was unmanned. So that was the only reason Trump didn't go through with what he said. Remember, he made the whole thing, oh, I changed my mind last minute. I changed my mind last minute and said, no, 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 it's too much. I need to be more measured. And we hit them with a cyber attack, which, in my opinion, honestly, was more strategically damaging to the Iranians than them losing those 450 militiamen. That cyber attack was so much more devastating to them strategically. And honestly, these are, this is the trouble. They are desperate, and that's what worries me a little bit about it. Is they are definitely desperate. Um, these economic sanctions have been working. I mean, it's like the full pressure technique, and now that we have taken out basically the guy who was the mastermind who shot down that drone, and when that happened, like I said, Trump was ready to do the type of attack that he just did, except with many more people instead of just the one, and he didn't. And then comes all this other stuff. And now listen, imagine he didn't do anything, and they carry out an attack on the embassy. It's another Benghazi, or they carry out an attack somewhere. There was an imminent attack aimed at U.S. military and DOD contracted personnel coming up, which is why he was in Baghdad. That's the story. At first, I was like, pretty convenient. But you know what? And also, the road that he got killed on is a famous road. It's called, for some reason they have it nicknamed something like the Irish Way, or something like that. Irish Way. That's what like the soldiers nicknamed it. I don't know if that means bad luck. Like bad luck, or like you got to have good luck maybe to make it down that road, because they would have so many IEDs in that road. And this is back in the day before, and especially like back when we were really over there, and even since, because I'll explain the embassy in a second. It's a fortress, so even the fact that we would go down, so we would go down that road, and so many men lost their lives on that road, right next to the airport, where General Solimine was killed. So many men lost their lives on that road, and like I said, it had a nickname, it had a reputation, and all those attacks were from under his command, as was the Global Hawk attack, as was some of these the in the which is what I always said. Once you see this, that it's trouble. The Strait of Hormuz, with all of the tankers attack, and then the attack on Saudi's oil refinery. I mean, this is the guy behind it. And normally with technology, it's like a guy can be replaced, and nowhere is that more obvious than in the United States. We go through different administrations, we change our leaders every 4 years, really every 8 years lately. But every 4 years we change a whole leadership status. And it's I mean, it's a good thing, because when you have a horrible one like we had, we can replace it with a better one. And if you feel like this one's a horrible one, which I don't, but if you do, then you can replace it by voting, supposedly. So, anyways, I have a theory as to this whole thing. This was done. This wasn't just Trump making up a decision last minute. This was planned. This is military precision. And I'm going to show you guys some connections that are going to blow your mind. Well, actually, you know what? Tony's telling me you just mentioned something about PayPal, right? I actually have someone to thank before I stop. We're at 17. So Tony Solimine, I want to thank you. Every dollar helps, brother. Appreciate that, man. And I read what you wrote too. All right, I'm with you, brother. Thank you. So guys, here is what I think really went down here. Let's look at the lead up first, and then we're gonna. Oh wait, is the footage here? I forget. Was the footage good here? Maybe I'll give you footage here. I just want to show the joint just for the effect. See it. That's that same stupid thing. Yeah, it's not even showing. Yeah, they're making it harder and harder to see. At the beginning, it was easy. I seen many videos. Like I said, I saw the ones with the actual operators' voices on it. I'm assuming it was real. It looked legit. It looked legit. I don't know if this one's even gonna play. Oh, maybe. Oh, it's paused. Come on. Trying to put the mic up to get the audio. Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Just give me 1 second, guys. My dog. No, they're not. Oh. Shit. This shit. Apologize for that, guys. I apologize. I hurt my daughter, and then afterwards, I was like, "Damn, what's my secret? I couldn't find it." All right, so I hope I didn't lose a bunch of people. Okay, because I'm about to give this unbelievable theory. Okay, now this is what happened. If you guys don't remember, there was something that happened a little bit ago, and we're gonna go into that right now. First, you know what? I want to do this right. Let's look into this. Let's look into Solimine real quick. Just get it for those who don't have a we don't have like a total understanding on who he is, maybe. So let's look him up here. This is all stuff I want to show you. It all ties in. Let's put it right here. What? I spell his name wrong. I probably did. Man, I had all this set up for a reason. All right. And you know what? I don't even have to click around. I can just do it like this. It's just going right through me. All right. Anyways, okay. So General Solimine, I already explained all the stuff he was involved in. Now, I have like so much stuff. I don't even know where to start. And it all connects. Let's look at the weapon used to kill him. Now I know that there was multiple weapons. One of them being the Global Hawk, which was most likely when the like when those things were coming down that I was talking about. That was probably from the Global Hawk as like a locating the target, kind of almost help guiding the missile there. You know, some kind of technology where it makes sense. You know, it marks the spot and hell rains down. I mean, look at that. It's like molten lava. It's crazy. So here's the U.S. weapon used to kill Iranian General Qassem Soleimani. Wow, I was way off in this. I know so many Italians. And then look, they actually have a piece of it right here, supposedly. This is supposedly a piece of what killed him. I'm surprised it's that much intact there. That's odd. Because, I mean, look at this, like molten. It could have. We'll see. So Iran's most powerful military commander, General Qasem Soleimani, has been killed by a U.S. airstrike in Iraq. The 62-year-old spearheaded Iranian military operations in the Middle East as head of Iran's elite Quds force, the division of these powerful Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. U.S.-made AGM-115 Hellfire missiles. That's what it was. Were used in the recent strikes that claimed the lives of Iran Quds Force Commander Major General Qassem Soleimani and his comrades, Iraqi sources revealed on January 3rd. So, very, very interesting. So, I'm sure you guys have all heard about this. And I just want to take a look at the actual weapon. So, look, they have a piece of it right there. But I want to know, what was the actual... According to several reports, according to right under the woman with the brows, according to several reports in the U.S. media, this is how far you got to go to find out what the exact drone was, because there were 4 drones involved. Most of them, radar location, but this is the one that did the deed. So the airstrikes on Major General Soleimani and his comrades were carried out by an MQ-9 Reaper. The unnamed combat aerial vehicle can be armed with at least 4 Hellfire missiles. Well, that was one of them. That's for sure. I mean, that's amazing, really. I hope some of you guys saw that footage. It's crazy. So I have a theory about all this, and I'm having a hard time getting it out because I'm trying to think where to start. I have so much intel here, guys. I guess I just gotta start going through it. I can't see the chat while I'm going. Here we go. Nice one there. Okay, so when you think about this attack, you have to think about the restraint, like I was talking about before, that was shown when they shot down a unmanned drone. And at the time, the president said, "Well, you know what? he was going to go through with the strike. That could kill possibly 450 people. They said most likely a little bit. Then again, who knows? I mean, we saw some. That was crazy. The footage of that. Um, but he backed off. He ended up hitting them with a cyber attack a couple days later. Like I said, that was probably strategically the better way to go anyway. But once they killed this one U.S. contractor, and like I said, these guys can be a lot more important than you realize. So this is what started to catch my eye. All right. Do you guys remember this? We've spoken about this, and I've told you guys a few things, something about this in the past. I told you that this failed. What I got from a source was that this failed launch. And now, when I say failed, it just didn't reach its destination. It was supposed to make it all the way to Boeing capsule, but it was supposed to end up getting all the way up to the space station. It didn't reach. It didn't make it. So yeah, some of you guys with those with the theories of the dome. Okay, let's say it didn't reach, and they reported it as like a failed mission as far as what their primary mission was. Yet it ended up in orbit along with the satellites. This rocket. I'm sorry, this rocket. We don't even know what it is. It's a Boeing capsule. Could be some type of satellite equipment itself. Because it's really odd. I was told about this. I reported on this. This Boeing capsule ends up in the wrong orbit, and it's supposed to, like I said, it was supposed to hit the space station. Supposed to hit the space station. I thought they had a launch down here. So Boeing's new Skyliner capsule ended up in the wrong orbit after lifting off its first test flight Friday, a blow to the company's effort to launch astronauts for NASA next year, or so they said. And then down at the bottom of the screen there, it says it was a major setback for Boeing, which had been hoping to catch up with SpaceX, NASA's other commercial crew provider that successfully completed a similar demonstration last March. So we know that the technology is there, and it's possible to do exactly what this rocket was attempting to do. And when faced with all this trouble of the 737 and all this going on, and the government comes to them and says, "Listen, you cannot use those the 737s anymore. They're not safe. We have to protect the American people." And obviously, it's something to do with I don't think it was just built with flaws. I think that what was built with flaws was the software. And China figured a way in, and they showed capability to be able to bring them down. And you just got to scrap it sometimes, especially if that technology is like what the whole system is based off of, or obviously it was something that they tried to overcome, but it just wasn't working. And we've demonstrated how we've been doing that to other countries to show, hey, you do it to us, we can do it to you much worse, except not to your commercial airliners, to your best jewels in your military, your stealth fighters that you're just ordering billions of dollars worth, billions and billions of like many billions of dollars. And we showed, hey, we can just take those down we don't even have to hit them with a missile. We just with our cyber tech. So we've been demonstrating that. And this launch fails, supposedly. So let's take a look at what ends up to be with this. Read this part here. You know what? Right here. This is very important. I need you guys to pay attention if you want to see what I'm getting at. So, for the test flight, the Starliner carried Christmas treats and presents for the 6 space station residents. The original air travel ID card belonging to Boeing's founder, and a mannequin named Rosie after the bicep riveter of World War II. Named Rosie. Who had a beef with Rosie? I don't know. That might be reaching, but what I want you to focus on is the first thing they say. The Starliner carried Christmas treats. Now, if you guys know where I'm going with this, you might think, he's nuts. He's nuts. He's trying to connect. Well, why don't you check, you got to see all the facts here. So this is very interesting. So this is where I'm going. So if you guys remember this, and for now on, I'm just going to switch between like this. I can just go like this. I don't have to use the mouse. All right. I mean, this is everywhere, but so the Associated Press. The U.S. is closely watching North Korea for signs of a possible missile launch or nuclear tests in the coming days that officials are referring to as a Christmas surprise. You guys remember that, right? Kim Jong-un said he's going to send us a Christmas gift. Remember, he said he's going to send us a Christmas present. So this is where all eyes were. Everybody's looking at the tension between the U.S. and North Korea. So we're going through what led up to this. Now, you tell me if maybe I'm wrong here. Is this look like a president who's worried about getting a Christmas gift from Kim Jong-un when right before the month prior he releases there's a rocket launched by Boeing who, the government just told, you can't make 737s anymore. So we know the government's been in close contact with them as of late, and they've released something. It doesn't reach the space rocket, but it ends up in orbit with the satellites. And it's with the satellites, and who knows what that really was. I was told that wasn't really a failure. That was what was meant to happen. And that happens, it's right in the time frame of all of this being the same, all connecting. I mean, we're talking for the date of that. We'll go back and look at the date, but we're talking late December, I believe. So this is all coming together to me. So here's President Trump, and you tell me if you think he looks worried or, concerned or about this Christmas gift. Oh, wait, you guys probably... You know what? For some reason, I think it's... Could you guys hear him talk and say, we'll see what happens? Or do I have to put on the speaker here? I think I have to do this. Let me fix this here. Yeah, we don't want to share the audio. Yeah, from the speaker. All right. All right, try this again. Try this again. I want you guys to hear what he says. guys can hear this too. He said, "We'll see. A beautiful vase." I hope you guys can hear this.
on.
So you guys haven't been able to hear me this whole time? Can you guys hear me right now? I can't even get this message out. You guys should be able to hear me. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to hear me at this point. Okay. Okay? So I'm gonna go over this again. So what I'm talking about is that this, I don't know what is going on. All I did was I checked the stream and I clicked it. This is really weird. That could have been an operational mistake. What was the last thing I said? Did I start talking about Christmas yet? Wow, it's been a while since I. All right. So there was a failed launch. Of a Boeing Starliner. Now I gotta pull that up. No. Make sure the audio doesn't leave after I get this. All right, so audio is still good, right? We're all good. You still don't have audio? You should have audio. There shouldn't be any problem. I would make sure that you're all the way fast forwarded. I can't believe this. Thank you for people sticking in. So I'll try to cut this up with editing. I always say I'm gonna do it, but this one's gonna need it because I think this is important. I think this is big time information here. So okay, we'll start with this. So this Starliner, the Boeing launched its Starliner spacecraft into orbit for the first time on Friday morning, ushering in a new era in space exploration. Unfortunately, the Starliner capsule went off course after launch and didn't dock with the International Space Station. Now, days ago, I'm saying like before the general was taken out, I was told that this wasn't actually failed. That the mission was something else. This was a cover. So, the Starliner, this is just an odd little article that's just beautiful. The Starliner was carrying Christmas treats and presents for the 6 space station residents. So when you take that into consideration, I mean that's along with the fact that Kim Jong-un promised to send a Christmas gift. He promised that he's going to send us a Christmas gift. Everyone was wondering, all right, when's it coming? Everyone's worried about it. It never comes. And when asked about it, President Trump seemed very nonchalant. He didn't really care, and he just kind of said, "Well, maybe it's a vase. Maybe it's a vase. It's a nice, very expensive, nice vase. It could be a good thing, and we can give them a good gift." Well, he wasn't just saying that for any reason. A lot of time, the media thinks this guy's a nice vase. What is he, out of his mind? Well, this is very important right here. You check this out. Did that really just disappear on me? Oh my god, my picture just disappeared. What does it say? Oh, okay, good. The other one did though. All right. So here's the vase. and this was delivered to Kim Jong Un. He rarely travels out of North Korea, but he traveled by train to China. Met with the Wu Yingping and if I even have that right, well, I can't think right now. And then here's the vase that they're looking at. So what I'm proposing is that this has been being planned for a while, and um, there's something to this is like a distraction. Everybody was looking one way, and all of a sudden, what was really happening behind the scenes was the U.S. military was operational in Iran. Think about it; they're going to see the buildup that leads to these strikes and these weapons being in position to actually even kill a DoD contractor and injure four servicemen. Um, and mind you, Trump used a lot of restraint when it came to that very expensive drone, the Global Hawk, which actually had a lot to do with what really took him out. The Global Hawk was central in taking him out, by the way. We also went over what the actual weapon was that killed him. I have all this footage, but none of it works. It's too bad. So here's the U.S. weapon used to kill him, by the way. If you guys don't remember, it was the MQ. Yes. So the airstrikes on Major General Solimine and his comrades were carried out by the MQ-9 Reaper. It can hold 4 Hellfire missiles. So that's actually that's the drone that actually took them out. But the Global Hawk used all the location, and also, like I said, I saw footage right when it happened, and that footage got wiped from the internet. And what you see are these beams, like these like little circles coming down. Boop, 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 boop. They almost look like they're the actual weapon. But no, it's just a location. And it's just going boop, 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 boop. It's just this like it rains hell, man. I mean, it's aptly named for hellfire because everything just turned into like lava. It was really unbelievable. I mean, you guys see the aftermath picture. You could still like see like how hot it is. It's like everything's just melted. I mean, it was really quite something seeing that. And then that footage is now gone. I should have saved it as soon as I saw it, but I figured, it's out there. So, but it seems like anytime someone tries to put it up, because all these tabs down here are people who are trying to put it up, and none of them are working. Even the ones that were working 2 hours ago aren't working now. But I think that this whole Christmas gift, all that crap, it was all a distraction. While we're sending Christmas trees and Christmas presents up in Boeing Starliner, which doesn't reach the space station, instead ends up in orbit. Now, meanwhile, Boeing just took a major hit on the 737. That would be a major loss if honestly their primary objective was to get these Christmas trees and presents, along with a lot more, obviously. But they also have those for PR, BS, or is it more? Is it a message back? And then you have the fact that China presented North Korea with these beautiful vases, and also with a message of peace and solidarity. But it just kind of seems like this has been planned for a while, and they've been operational, and they've been waiting for the right time. And it makes me wonder more about the stormed embassy, which, by the way, is a fortress. Good luck storming that thing. I mean, this is a literal fortress city inside. It's like, imagine, like Game of Thrones, but with the technology of today. I mean, an actual fortress city inside this place. it's quite something, and it'd be very difficult to actually breach, to completely like take over that embassy. But, I mean, it's just not going to happen. So I'm surprised that Solimine would even try such a thing. Although, he's done enough. I mean, it's not like, oh, like, let's say there's more to the story about the storming the embassy. There's other players involved. He's still done enough where, you know, he got a pass last time. Now he actually killed somebody. And who knows, that DOD employee could have been someone who was, high ranking military, then goes to, one of the alphabet agencies, most likely CIA, something like that. Something we might not even know about. A DOD. Whenever I see that, I'm like, that was an important person. So, that is my theory, is that North Korea knew, they played along. We all know that they have this weird type of relationship where they're somewhat friendly. And as far as how I feel about this, I think that this was a important thing to do. I think that there was an imminent threat. I do believe that from what I've heard, there was an imminent threat. He was planning something more, and they took him out. And I don't necessarily have a problem with that. So basically, I want to now start taking calls. So I'm gonna put the phone number in. So that's my theory, guys. I don't know what you guys think. I didn't do that. I wasn't able to show you the way I wanted to be honest with you. See panties. Oh. um. Oh yeah, yeah. The Now what if? But the thing is, the problem with that. I'll put it up. I mean, it pisses her off. I'm just putting it to do without any approval from the rest of our system. Well, I mean, it's kind of that's like that's what happens with results. I mean, with elections, you get these results, and really, if we have troops and an embassy under imminent attack, I would rather the president take action than not take action, like Benghazi. Now, could this be a type of psyop? I mean, think about it. That's one thing I did consider, because think about it, Benghazi. I mean, that's all you have to say. Like that'll be a catchphrase. This could have been Benghazi number 2. You know, that hits the mind when you hear that. Benghazi number 2. Yeah, yeah. It's very suggestive that it happens to be another embassy being stormed, an imminent attack on that embassy, and more. It makes you think that there's actually, a connection there. Like, mentally, they understand our psychology. They use this type of propaganda. I get that. But I think in this situation, this man had to go at this time, and it was done with military precision. And I think it was important to do. Um, we kind of really, this guy, he would be the one planning their response, which no response yet. That doesn't mean there won't be a response. I'm pretty sure there will be. It's just a matter of how much. So, and plus, it's like, so if the president didn't do anything, kind of like Obama with Benghazi, and he lets those people all get killed, like Obama did, and he got all that shit for it, and then the Marines still went against their orders and saved many people, or else it would have been so much worse. Than the 4, including the ambassador. It would have been so much worse. But there would happen to be one officer who took a bunch of Marines in against orders. He would have been dishonorably discharged, potentially, maybe just general, but because he did serve honorably, he just disobeyed a direct order, and that's a pretty big direct order. I mean, stand down and you don't. But they did the right thing. And this time we have a president that's not putting them in that situation where they put their careers on the line to do the right thing. He handled it. That's the thing. We don't know the details. We don't know the intel. And I know that it's like question everything. And trust me, I'm like number one with that. I question everything. I have an open mind. That's why taking calls. I can't wait. I have a total open mind to things. I gave you guys my theory, and I think it's an interesting theory that there's been basically it's been nothing but distractions while they planned this out, and they were operational in Iran for a few weeks here, and they saw the build up, they anticipated what was going to happen, and responded accordingly, especially once they found out an attack was imminent. And that's how I feel. So I'm gonna put my phone number out there. I'm gonna reset. Let me see. All right, that's the number. Reset it. So this should be just 2 minutes. I just gotta grab the phone, plug it in, and we're going. We're taking calls. Not less than 2 minutes. All right, phone. Okay. The phone. All right. All right. Sorry for the. All right. So I want to hear what you guys think about this whole thing. This can go in many different directions, and like I said, I'm open to any ideas. So it's funny how it works. The first phone call is always the hardest. Once one person calls in, then everyone calls in. But the first one's always the hardest. So you guys have the number? For those of you just joining us, we're talking about the about General Solimine, what we think, the lead up to it. On this channel, we were like right on it. We were right on exactly what was going on, how we were taking over their technology, and taking down their stealth fighters and bombers. Here we go. We got our first call. Hello, it's a Red Pill, Red Pill Dispensary, yeah?
Hey, Bill, it's Mickey Mouse Operation.
Oh, how you doing? Every day I'm buffering.
Every day I'm buffering.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That was like my favorite title for a yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching you since you started doing it. When I stumbled on your channel, I appreciate you because you don't use all the, nothing against Mark and all that, but you know,
I know what you mean.
We should be able to say whatever we want because it's America, you know.
Yeah. Little too, like I don't know, like ads and all. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
It's somewhere along the line the authenticity went out the window, in my opinion. A lot of people still enjoy it for you know, you want a good show, like you know, put on a show, sing music. I don't know. I'm trying to get down to the facts here. So what do you think?
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Bro, I've been noticing a lot. My feed, I subscribe to so many people, and I've been studying and watching this stuff. I'm 45 years old since I was a teenager because I've always just been that kind of person, you know, kind of an outcast socially and whatnot, and always studying and researching. And I've noticed my feed is just dwindling, and I'm subscribed to so many more.
Do you notice that too? I went to watch videos today, and it's like nobody I was really interested in watching put out a video. You know, I found myself just watching old stuff. I don't know. I was just I was researching really, but when I was trying to watch something, I ended up watching old stuff. You know.
Yeah. Dave Hodges is there's some people that are still putting out stuff, and it seems to come through. But even his channel lately, I've noticed it's buffering and words cut out, and it seems like there's the more that's going on in the big picture in the world stage, the more trouble we have with our internet and whatnot.
Well, yeah, you know, I think when people ask me what do I think the response will be, I think the response. This whole time I've been thinking. I don't think I've said. Well, I probably said it at some point, but well, since since we hit Solimine, I think that they're gonna to go after. They have capable cyber ability, and there's gonna be a cyber attack. That's been what I've been thinking the whole time. But the only thing is, they did promise to draw blood. Now, if they mean that metaphorically, you know, they hit us with a cyber attack that, you know, does hurt us in some way, or if they're literally going to draw blood like Al-Shabaab did, although they are a different faction. In fact, they're Sunni, whereas, you know, Iran is Shiite. Although I think they would form an alliance. I do believe that.
I think so too.
I think the attack was a signal to Iran. We're with you. That's how I take it.
Yeah, and with Russia pulling their plug and trying that out, maybe it's because they don't want to have to. They don't want to be hacked. You know.
Oh yeah.
And other countries going offline and trying their own thing. You know. And I really think that people need to be extra vigilant with all the illness going on, and people don't understand, man, what's going on in the Strait of Hormuz. If they shut it down, gas could go up ridiculously quickly.
Or if they respond, how do you think we will respond if they respond? Obviously, it's dependent on how they respond. But let's say they respond with a strike. How do we respond? Or even a cyber attack? What do you think the next step would be?
Well, you know, what you were saying earlier about I don't know if you read what I put in the chat, but that rocket, you know, maybe they're for somebody else on that rocket.
Well, yeah, that's what exactly.
It's up there in orbit.
Well, I think the presents got delivered. I think that was the big delivery. I really do. I think that because it went into orbit. It was in orbit long enough that they had the. I mean that satellite. Who knows what type? That capsule. Who knows what type of capabilities it had? We just know that.
I agree.
They probably tracked the hell out of this guy. Set up the drones once they knew he was out and about and took him out with precision.
Yeah, I saw 2 different very short clips of that video, bro, and it's very similar.
I just gotta plug in the computer. Keep talking. Just plug in the computer.
I had some friends that did some stuff like that over there, and that thing, they literally put that light on that guy, that laser or whatever that you can barely see, and next thing you know, you heard that. Man, it was horrific. That hellfire or whatever.
The hellfire. Yep.
Yeah.
So you saw the video as well?
Yeah, I think the guy from Blazing Press, but he got a short clip of it, and I watched it twice, and I tried to save it. It didn't let me, and now I can't see it.
Yeah, it's wiped from the internet. Was it the ones where you could hear the operators talking, and one of the operators goes, "What was that?" Yeah, bro, that was the one I've been talking about. Right? And so before the hellfire came down, remember the pew 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 pew. That pew pew. That was like it was guiding it.
Yeah, I think that their anti-aircraft stuff, I think they put stuff up CASHAPP or something right ahead because they knew it was coming. They just didn't know where. And,
no, I think that was going down. I think that was like they had 4 drones circling. Okay, so 4 drones circling. A potential. They definitely have satellites, anyways. But potentially, if my theory was right, this satellite had something to do with it as well, as far as like tracking and who knows what. And with those before the Hellfire missile came down, like just raining hell like lava, right? It's unbelievable. But before it did that, it was like all these like little like boom boom boom, like it was almost like it was showing it where to go. I think that was from the Global Hawk, which is the exact type of drone that he Solimine he was able to shoot down. And Trump kind of was going to do something big. Instead, he did a hack, which, he played a good media play there. He made it sound like, when people hear about lives, and trust me, lives are the most precious thing to me. But honestly, strategically, the cyber attack hurts more than losing those men. It's just the way it is. So, he made it sound like he was measured, yet he actually hit them even harder. Then, it doesn't upset people as much. Oh, cyber attack. Although that could be, that's we saw what we've been doing to the Russian jets and the Iranian jets. If you watched my last show, they're falling out of the air, and that we're not shooting them down. The pilots eject, no one dies, but we're just letting them know. And I think that's what they didn't want the Russians getting involved. And if the Russians tried to involve, every single stealth fighter that tried to come and help would have fell out of the sky. I mean, that's the type of capabilities we got, and that's what we've been talking about here on this show.
But I still think we are vulnerable when it comes to cyber stuff. I mean, just what if they hack like systems that run trains? There's so many different things that rely on that technology.
Our grid.
And that's enough. Even if it was upside down and a kind of an inside job, if our grid went down, man, America would be a mess pretty quick, bro. Because most people are not prepared to deal with that, or
not at all.
Most people live week to week or day to day, and they don't have generators or water or wells or any of that. They would start going to people's houses that they thought had it to try to get it, and then we would
Yeah, or God forbid, like the grid went down, EMP, and then you're the only person in the city with lights on because you watch my Fugle and you got an EMP shield. And the whole city converges on your in your apartment and car. I always used to think about that, like, you know, stick out like a sore thumb.
You know, and I can see being prepared and having this stuff, but you gotta understand if people know you got a bunch of groceries,
people get desperate quick. If they're yep, or if they even, I mean, people freak out if their phone is starting to run out of battery. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I mean, we have a couple generations that, you know, I think are gonna learn that life is hard. Life can be very hard. I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know what would happen if we had to go through something like that. I think that it would be way worse than people think.
Yeah, I mean, what if they reinstate the draft? I mean, these kids nowadays are so fucking soft. Excuse my French.
It's possible. Yeah, no, yeah. But there's always, despite that, and I totally agree with that. You have no idea. As a guy who goes to college who's 35, I totally get that. You know what I mean? I'm in college with these kids, and it's like, wow. But, you know, there are still like good kids among them that really do care about this country. They were raised right. It's the best we got in there. Yeah. And and boot camp will take you, break you down, build you up, make you a soldier. I mean, you know, it's effective. I don't think there'll be a draft. I don't think there would be a draft. Now, if you're talking World War III, you know, then talk to me. But you know, even just a war with Iran, I just don't think so. I think we have enough volunteers, but it depends. It depends. If China's involved, I think we do need a draft. that unfortunately would happen.
I was just listening to Bubba before you came on, and I got the
notification.
And, he was talking about sleeper cells, and that's another thing too that people don't understand. There actually is a lot of people, you know, in this country that are Muslim, and some of them aren't so they're a little more radical than you would think when it comes to the religion.
Some of them are even representatives in Congress, like Talib,
very much so.
who marry their brother. And did you see her tweet? You guys see her tweet today?
The other thing you were talking about earlier was that Shiites and the Sunnis, if they got together, that really, that's a lot of people, man. That's a giant part of the world's population.
It is. It is. I mean, that's what you have to worry about. Is if Sunni and Shiite were to join forces, which is, I really do believe that Sunni group, the Al-Shabaab, the fact that they did that, I think that was a message like, hey, you know, you're not alone in this. We would have your back. And that surprised me with the whole Sunni Shiite thing. I mean, that's what's been causing wars for years. I mean, this guy Solimine got his bones in the Iraq-Iran war that went on for years. It was somewhat of a stalemate between Saddam and Iran. But one of the reasons that it was a stalemate, you know, Iraq. But this Solimine was coming up through the ranks, and he had a lot of interesting ways of going about warfare, and he's been involved in so many different things. That's why people, you know, I know some people feel like, you know, who was the president to do this? Well, what if there was an imminent attack about to happen, like Benghazi? You got to stop it. And right now, that's the intel that's being put out, and I think it's legit. I want to see more on it. I mean, don't get me wrong. The jury's still out, but
they haven't fully disclosed what really has happened so far. I don't think.
Yeah.
You know, and another big deal that something people don't think about is we were just talking about how soft kids are in America nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, there's 12-year-old, 8-year-old kids over there walking around with AKs right now that blow your fucking brains out. They don't give a shit.
Yeah. Like in Chicago, Detroit, Milwaukee.
Yeah, but I'm saying, and we we have that, you know.
Oh, you're saying over there, them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Their mother, father, uncle, grandma, aunts, cousins, all killed by us. Yeah. I mean, yeah. All of us, we had an interest.
Nigeria, Somalia. I mean, there's a lot of people in the world that, you know, they don't need 4 hots in a cot and all that stuff. All they need is that gun and whatever substance it takes to keep them alive. You know.
The thing is, though, where we just, you know, I would hate to see them all joining up like that, because there would just be too many deaths and too many innocent deaths mixed in. But you know, the technology, it's so far beyond. That's why I don't think there'll be a draft. I just feel like technology has made up for it, where the number of troops that we actually need isn't as high as it used to be.
Because kids can sit with an Xbox controller and a computer.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
That's what happened with the drone operators. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's what happened the other day. Basically.
Let me see here. I'm trying to look for Ilhan Oman's little post. She is ridiculous. So I was just pulling that up. So any other thought? Anything? You don't know, even if it doesn't involve this subject. Anything else?
No, I would just like to say I appreciate what you do, man, and God bless you, and live as hell, and hopefully we don't, you know, hopefully it doesn't get to be World War III, man.
Yeah, I hope not. I mean, before it got to that point, it would escalate. And the reason I was asking, if they hit us, what will we do? The reason I was saying that was mostly because what I think is going to happen is, if they hit us and it's significant, I mean, we already promised to hit them back. So I think, that what we'll actually do is we'll hit them directly back with a strike on their oil refineries, and this is what they're worried about the most, because people don't realize they're lashing out the way they are. And one of the biggest reasons that they're doing that is because they are hurting bad. The sanctions are working, and if we were to hit their oil refineries, that is their last huge cash flow. They still have big that way, but
pretty much all their cash.
Yeah, that's like all they got. So all of a sudden, and they're not able to produce. How do they even feed their country, let alone wage war? You know, so.
And if their people turn against them because of that, then they might start to lose their grip. You know, another thing I saw is they have some kind of thing since they killed this guy, the general Salami or whatever. They're supposed to wait 3 days before they do anything, before they draw blood. They're supposed to mourn that because they made him a martyr, I believe. So they're supposed to wait 3 days before they do something. So I'm sure that they're gonna do something. I mean, you know, they're not just gonna take it on the chin, I don't think.
Yeah, they have to respond. I mean, they've promised as much to their people. I was expecting cyber response, and then they said we will shed American blood. So when I saw the thing happen in Africa, I thought, but I knew it didn't really fit. No, it's about. But I think they're sending. This is all connected. What happens from this point forward is all connected, which is why I went the weeks prior to this happening and looked at what were the distractions, what was going on. And one thing I realized was this whole Christmas gift thing, this whole little charade. Nothing happened. Nothing came of it. It was all BS. We're gonna give you a Christmas gift. It might be a good Christmas gift. Might be a vase. Sure enough, China with the vase with North Korea, and then we're sending Christmas trees and treats and gifts up to the astronauts. But it goes off course, ends up in orbit, you know, and then they get struck from the sky, and we take out their top military mind. Yeah, I mean.
propaganda to make them think that's how they did it.
Exactly, and had everyone was so distracted. There was a unknown, to this day unknown, missile launched off the west coast. To this day,
there's one here off Port St. Lucie or the Gold Coast of Florida, Treasure Coast of Florida. I don't know if you know.
Oh, was that the East Coast one? Yeah, there was an East Coast one and then a West Coast one. The East Coast one, I know it did kind of seem like it came off there. And by the way, I should mention this. That's exactly what I heard. Those exact words is what I heard about that. So yeah, that was the East Coast one. And people said, look, people thinking it came from a submarine. And at the same time, we have one going off the static. We have one coming off the West Coast, and the one coming off the West Coast to this day, it's unnamed, unknown. They just don't tell us anything about it. It's very odd. I'm trying to find the exact articles.
And they could just be flexing just to show them, hey, we can whiz these bitches up your way anytime we want.
Yeah.
I'm talking about our people,
I'm gonna pull it. Sorry about that sound, guys. This mic is so powerful. So it picks up everything. So I
watched for so long, I was like, what is going on? But I couldn't see nothing, I couldn't hear.
Oh, mine's been getting messed with. It's been getting messed with. If it was tonight, there was a point where that was my fault. Where there was no audio for it when I was talking. That was my fault. But I want to show you guys this right here real quick. So the U.S. test fires nuclear-capable missile over Pacific Ocean. Over Pacific. Well, not over, but over. But yeah, so I mean that's very interesting. So that happened December 13th. This is all leading up to this. We're firing that missile towards, from Vandenberg towards where North Korea would be, right? Kind of showing them, hey, and it's nuclear capable as well. It looks like a buildup, but I think for some reason that there just seemed to be a calm with the president when they asked him. And I'm sorry the video didn't work for you guys, but it shows Trump basically saying like, who knows? It might be a good gift, it might be he almost sounded like he was like being a smart ass, and he's like a beautiful vase. Turns out that the whole thing with North Korea and China and the vase and all that, and the Christmas trees up with the other thing that supposedly failed, but from what I understand, it was actually meant to do that. And most likely was involved with this situation, unless there's something else coming up that it might be for, or maybe it just might be for general, just kind of overlooking that ground, like kind of like how the drones circle one area. One of those drones, it keeps like literally they have like a 3D map where they're at. You know what I mean? It's like amazing what these drones will do. And some kid just hits a button on a controller and takes out one of the most influential men in the world.
Hey, do you know about the guys, the contractors that went in to do the maintenance, the soldering on the warheads or the nukes, and supposedly they got in there and found out that 2 or 3 are missing, and possibly the drones have been flying group patterns over the Midwest forest to find.
Oh yeah, when they're flying in those. You know what I think now is all of them flying in the formations. Then we have this drone strike, right? Don't you think that might be it?
Yeah.
I think it's all. This was the big payoff. Our military was operational for weeks, potentially over a month, but I would say about 3-4 weeks at the very least. They were like fully operational in this mission. Need to know only. just training. You could in that video, you saw the same video as me. The controller goes, "What? What was that?"
Yeah, dude.
All they knew was they were firing a missile. They didn't know it was like gonna be the hellfire. I mean, that's when they realized, whoa, we just killed somebody very important.
You know, and all
That
of
just
this
shows.
is happening. All of this happening also. I noticed New Year's here where I live. People are about it right now because there weren't so many fireworks at midnight, but there was a lot of noise.
Oh yeah,
I mean?
yeah. Oh yeah.
A lot of freaking noise. I live a little bit rural, and it was extremely noisy for how many people live out here.
Wow. And I've been actually getting emails and people talking to me personally about their dogs acting weird. My dog's acting weird right now, actually. Things going on where things like weird things happening. As far as a lot of people actually have been reporting to be either have this like certain energy and like almost like a euphoric feeling, while others are reporting that they are just like dead. And I'm going to tell you guys something. I can't believe it, but on Saturday I slept during the day. You guys saw me in a video. I woke up for the Patriots game. I slept. I just slept. I couldn't do anything but sleep. And normally I'm like a 3 hour night guy, like that. I'll go all night tonight, get up, get with my baby, and just start the day and do that a couple of days in a row, then get like 4 hours, but I don't know. And the fact that, well, but it seems like it goes by the individual. I mean, it goes back to the potential of 5G. 5G, the whole thing with 5G is like internet's everywhere. It's in you, it's around you. So think about it. If there's a certain frequency that certain dopamine levels work, or something that makes you tired, would they want me tired? Would they want me? I am like bedridden tired. I am not getting out of bed. They might want the other people. They might want up and out and doing good and feeling good. Which I end up. I feel pretty good. But I was so tired. Like after the strike happened, I was just tired. I don't know, but I wouldn't have thought anything of it if all of a sudden it wasn't like one of the things that were streaming. Is that what it's called? Trending. It was trending. Yeah, people feeling tired. And it was being reported everywhere. All these people, all over Reddit. Like, what is going on? Like, why do we all feel like this? And they kind of broke it down where there's two things going on here. People who are like lethargic to the point of like ridiculousness, like sleeping day and night, to people who are like filled with euphoria. And it was odd. It wasn't a full moon. I don't know. I don't know. That's what makes me worry about 5G.
I'm worried about it, like bird box, because I've seen videos on that.
I Bird Box. Everyone talks about. I gotta see
I
it.
really think it'd be like that. Maybe you should watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check it out. Don't spoil, because I heard it was good, so I want to check it out. Yeah. But hey, thank you for calling in, brother. I really appreciate it. The first call is the toughest, but you made it seamless, so thank you.
Man, thanks for having me, call. I appreciate what you do so much, brother.
Of course. It's not always perfect, but the information is there. The information is there. All right.
That's what matters. Yep, you're welcome, brother. I'll talk to you next time.
All right. Thanks, brother. So that was Mickey Mouse in the chat. All right. So phone line is open. And North Korea may have reached National Security Advisor. No. Maybe it was the plan act. I don't know. But that's the feeling I'm getting. Okay. So should I put the phone number in again, or do one of the mods know if I had? No, I wasn't watching the chat. I was looking. I was like looking stuff up while he was. Yeah, Lloyd Baca. You know, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like this weird thing where yeah, no, shitbag. I have something like that, but I couldn't. It was there's no way to really screw. I need a certain another piece to connect, but I do have something where I can mount it. But it's I don't have. I need a desk where I can actually sit, lay it all out. Because if I do it out of my room, I'll wake up the baby. I'm too loud. You know, I have the equipment to mount it, all that. There's no problem. It's just a matter of where do I mount it. You know. So I'm just working with what I got. Um, so okay, so phone lines open, guys. I got an on table. Trust me, it's a little bit more complicated than you think because I need it really close. Let's see. So I want to hear what you guys think. What you guys, what's your takeaway? You know, what do you guys think about this whole situation? What do you think it'll result in? What do you think about the situations that were leading up to it? Do you think it was the right move? Do you think it was the wrong move? Do you trying to change screen to?
Yeah, I saw that. PTSD.
Yeah, me too.
Even come to work. I'm waking up at like 3 o'clock in the
That's been happening to me too. I don't understand it. I thought it was just me, and then I literally saw it trending on this site. And once I saw it trending, I was just like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, well, they probably turn on the 5G crap.
Right? That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah, listen, I few questions about the crypto stuff.
Yeah, I mean, some things I can't answer, but yeah.
What's going on? Because you know my son's in the Navy, right?
No, Lloyd. Yes, Lloyd. How you doing? I didn't remember you.
I'm doing okay, bro.
Yes. So what's your question?
Yeah. So what happened with the Navy with the cryptos for the Navy?
What about them? Like, what about for potential for huh?
A whole bunch of them wind up dead, suicided or whatever.
Suicided or going crazy. I mean, it's the only rate in the Navy. Although sometimes you have some nuclear engineer guys that need this type of clearance. or if you're extremely high rank. But it's all based on need to know, and it's the only rate that requires, especially if you're in collection. That's what I did. It requires a top secret, sensitive compartment clearance. So, yeah, so it's the clearance stuff is the most significant part of it, and it makes sense because you don't know what you're gonna come across on the frequencies. You can come across the biggest, the most important chatter that for instance, led to potentially what we're looking at now. Some crypto it all could have started with that.
Coming across the traffic right now, actually.
Yep, he finds out that there's going to be a strike, and he reports that to his superior, and boom, now they know. They look it over, they know what's up. Now that they know, they can start preparing and counter strike before they have a chance to strike. Yeah.
Electronic communication.
It's the technology is out of this world. I mean, even if what we think the technology is, I mean, what the technology was when I was in, which was many years ago, is so different than what it is now. I mean, it's amazing the technology that's out there. I mean, I was watching this robot soldier, and these guys were like beating it up, and they had a robot dog. I mean, it was out of control.
We have an automatic firing platform.
Okay.
It's a machine gun platform, essentially.
Oh yeah. Those are
you
very.
You know how I almost took out all the
generals. Those things are just, they and then plus there's certain ways they know not to shoot at us. They can program it so it doesn't shoot at us, but only the enemy.
This thing failed. It took a Marine to actually literally take it off its mount.
Oh no.
During a live fire exercise.
Oh man. Was this boot camp?
Bleacher full of gel.
Did it really? I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, it did really. Yeah.
How long ago was that?
I don't know, 6 months ago or so.
Oh wow. Took out offices. Okay, so
these are just officers. I'm talking these guys had stars.
Oh yeah, the actual general.
These guys were almost all taken out by this new weapons platform that we can get.
Huh.
AI. Yeah, bad news.
The AI, yeah, that is bad news. What do you think about the AI? I mean, I think I know, but
I think it's a very foolish thing.
Yeah, it is. We're playing with fire. We're creating this sentient being that can essentially be a god. I mean, I don't use that word lightly.
So why not make AI? That's their logic.
Yeah, it'll be like their god. But I am very worried about AI. Probably number one on my list.
Well, it'll be my god, I can tell you that.
Yeah, exactly. There's only one god to me, but this thing can be like a god on Earth, and it could be what's written about in the Bible. We all think that it's going to be this man. It could be this creation, this sentient being that we create that is all knowing, and you start messing with and then with CRISPR and gene editing, you start messing with the creation of God. These are the things that I worry about.
CRISPR is going to crash in upon itself. There's going to be great bad things happening with CRISPR, and it's going to be harmful people, man. I suspect so. I hope so.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think there's going to be big problems coming. Some of the stuff you see going on with the Pope. There's by the way, I have on the screen, the MQ-9 Reaper, Predator B, at least this one. I don't know if this is the exact model, but it seems like it's it. That's the one that took out the general. So it's Air Force. I see Air Force on there. It's Air Force.
It should have really happened almost 40 years ago.
Ohio, I'll get to you next. And so do you want to elaborate any more on AI and?
Well, I personally think it's subject to misuse. I think it's subject to lack of control. You could even argue demonic possession of the actual silicon chips.
What was that? I didn't catch that.
I think it's even subject to demonic possession, within the silicon chips.
I agree. I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
Quail speaks about this stuff. But,
Yeah, I think it's part of the beast system.
I'm a new guy.
Don't could you see it with the beast system? See between this and the you look at the Bitcoin.
They're trying to kill humanity. They're trying to make everybody transgender. This is their intent. And your dog is very vocal, by the way.
I know. I'm about to. Is there any way? Talk about. Can you talk to the audience about that for 15 seconds? Is that putting you on the spot or? All right. Yeah, I'll just put you right here. I gotta go take the dog. Go ahead.
They're looking. They're looking to depopulate the Earth. The globalists. Okay. They're looking to dehumanize everybody while we're still alive. They're trying to kill us with either vaccines or plagues or war or famine. This whole greenhouse and greening garbage is a sham. We're going into a next ice age. And meanwhile, they're crying global warming, and that's not panning out, so they're saying climate change. And meanwhile, we're facing global famines. They're manipulating the weather. And meanwhile, they're aborting how many tens of millions of babies every year. It may be in the hundreds of millions worldwide. That's murder. And,
I walked in on hundreds of millions dead.
Look at the abortion rates worldwide.
Yeah.
And they're trying to mix all the populations.
Yeah.
Africans and Middle East into Europe. The only non-protected, ethnicity on this planet are the whites.
Well,
and maybe the Chinese and the Japanese.
And who are the most protected?
No, I'm sorry. The Chinese, Japanese are probably protected. The whites. No, we can't do anything. Anybody with any melanin in the skin can't talk about them. They could be Muslim bastards, like ripping out friggin' hymens from the Europeans when they come up into Europe. No problem.
I know what you mean.
I don't care, white, black, brown, gray, red. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's tough. I feel like they force everyone to have this race conversation.
Yeah. No, Islam is not even a religion. It's a religious political ideology bent on world conquest.
Yeah, there's a lot more to Islam than people realize. If you're not familiar with Islam,
I live with these guys. I work counterterrorism. That's what I did. And they better not ask me to get involved in them because I know they're going to come knocking on my door.
Oh, you worked in counterterrorism. Interesting.
Yes, I work counterterrorism.
Nice.
I'm not getting involved this time. They had all the warnings they needed years and years ago.
Oh, yeah.
They ruined my life with this crap. I'm not going to do it again.
That's the sad part.
That's the reason I'm getting out of this country.
Oh, yeah?
Well, they want to confiscate our guns. Yeah, they want to confiscate our guns. They want to start in Virginia. They want to infringe on the Second Amendment. And you can argue that's also the First Amendment. Open carry is the First Amendment, right? Link with the Second Amendment. And you can't openly carry.
Yeah.
That's your freedom of expression. So there you go. Your First Amendment's going to be gone too. And you can't criticize these protected groups. Also, the attacks on civil liberties, not even civil liberties. These are God-given rights. These are Bill of Rights.
Yes.
Just articulated. They were articulated by our founders. They weren't given by the government. They were articulated.
And they were forward thinkers. They were forward thinkers for sure. Sometimes I'm amazed.
They just articulated it. They said these are natural God-given rights.
Yeah.
They can't take it away. God gave it to us. They have no power to take away what God has given to us.
And I agree. And you know what my fear is things like Virginia. it's almost like one of those situations where, like when that story first came out, I said, you know what? I'm worried that they are trying to make people react by the idea or the mentioning or the thought of the National Guard coming in and martial law and taking your guns.
Well,
Just
I thought that also at first.
yeah, it's like
Okay. Well,
are they trying to make us react?
I don't even think it's that. I think it's beyond that.
What do you think?
The Clintons started. They tried doing that here in Jersey back in the early '90s, late '80s, early '90s. They were talking about gun confiscation, and the cops didn't go along with it.
Huh.
They were trying to cause a knee-jerk reaction where they would get some people to start shooting on the cops or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, obviously, right.
But people also didn't give up their guns. No, here they want to. Or they in Virginia they're looking to automatically criminalize.
Wow.
Every citizen possessing these type of weapons, which are about 90% of weapons.
And I'm just surprised. It's like, why is it always Virginia that they keep trying to start? We had agendas.
The spark of the revolution.
Do you remember? Do you remember the abortion thing? What? It wasn't even abortion. It's after birth. It's like, and the way he described it on a radio station. It is, and the way he described it was like nothing.
If you punch a woman that's pregnant in the gut and she's carrying a baby, the baby dies. You're going up there for life. You're going into life for murder.
And the abortion debate, I can see both sides, but as a Christian, yeah. But I'm talking about already born. They're already born. They have already came through the birth canal. They are here.
They push it back in and then.
No. They let it be born. They let it. That's what they were trying to do. Was they had this new thing. They had this new law where they could kill a baby after it being born. You would need two physicians and the permission of the mother. And they would use that baby for organs and stem cells and everything. And
they're looking to harvest.
It was all about legalese, and they lost.
They're already doing this. They're already harvesting the body parts from the babies as flavoring agents.
Oh, I didn't hear that one, but I definitely know that they use the bodies. I know that. I don't know
the exact spelling. It's called, the company is called Siminex. And
Cimex?
Siminex is
okay.
Siminex. Yes.
Okay. No, just because Cimex, I've come across them 1,000 times. For some reason.
No, not Cimex.
Okay.
Siminex or something like that.
Yeah.
It's basically they take fetal tissues and they make flavoring additives and they sell it to the various companies. PepsiCo uses it.
Yeah.
And several other companies. It's really, really bad stuff. It's really bad. I'll try to get you a link.
Send me a link to either the Red Pill News Dispensary at Yahoo or at proton.mail. Either or.
Oh, Proton now. Okay.
Yeah. I think you contacted me before. Yeah, so thank you for calling in, brother. I appreciate you calling in, and thank you for filling in for me when I had to run for that second. Thank you, brother. And it's really great to hear from you. Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing well. And,
everything's good. Definitely.
After the show, I'm going to be awake. That's because I slept for 3 days straight.
Yeah, right. It's good to hear from you again. Man. All right.
Yes, indeed.
Take care, Lloyd.
You take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. He's a good call. He's called before. Good man. Very good man. Used to work in counterintelligence. Okay, so phone lines are open. Although Ohio, you did call during. Normally, I like it. People wait, but it's all right. I get it. You might be watching it like live earlier. I'm calling you. Hello, it's Red Pill Dispensary. Did you call? Do you want to be on?
Hey, what's up, bud?
How you doing?
It's Brian. Remember me from last time?
Brian?
Yes, the underground tunnels and stuff.
Brian Lanham?
Yes.
How you doing? I saw your message on the screen about a week ago, 6 days ago.
Yes.
I was wondering about that.
I've been waiting for you. You were going to a college show.
Yeah. Did you see my video earlier? I mentioned your name. Yeah. So what's up?
Did I say anything about me going to the underground base to break in?
No. Not to break in. No. Nothing even close to that. Why? Is that what they were saying?
They had a recording. Yeah, they had a recording of me saying I was going to break into that underground base.
Was it when you called in here?
Yeah, remember?
That was they had the recording from this show, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's certain people who unleashed these agents on us. Thank you. But I keep it clean. I keep it 100% legit. You know, so I ain't worried.
Sheriff's Department.
Yeah.
The Sheriff's Department knocked at the door and then knocked around the corner. There he was. I'm like, what the hell did I do now?
Wow, that's crazy.
But I just thought you got the wrong house at first.
No, you know what's crazy? Nobody's ever contacted me. Ever.
They probably won't.
Yeah, I mean, I do what I'm supposed to do. I think they've realized that, you know. But anyway, so what do you got in mind, brother? What do you think about everything? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Hey, do you remember how we were talking about the trainer boot camps?
Say that again?
Like the Walmart and stuff.
The Walmarts, yeah. I mean, in the past, I've seen personally Walmarts with these cages. I can only describe them like the cages inside a prison, where they let guys go outside. It's like usually if guys are in the hole, in trouble, or something, some type of protection.
Right.
They did something real bad. They're a public figure. They go outside and they're within a fence outside, and they have just this little. They just walk back and forth. It's like a dog inside a little yard. So
well,
I've seen these.
Out.
Yeah.
Remember the rubber looks like coffins.
Oh, the coffins. Yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, I've seen a lot of this
what
stuff.
Is that?
Yeah, like one state ordered something like 50,000 coffins.
Yeah.
Who was it? Louisiana, Florida.
Yeah.
It's Southern state.
Well, that's a lot of the training boot camps down there, ain't it?
As far as as far as Army.
The Mexican border thing.
Yes. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking when I started to see those pop up, I said, oh, they're getting ready for, at the time, what we called the what do we call them? The when they come
the border crop thing.
Of course. Yeah, we're on the same page. Yep. And what did you say?
Remember how the government is like a couple days or a couple years ahead of us?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think it's more than a couple.
Right.
Yeah. More than a couple.
But I don't know, man. Do you think we're going to war?
No. Well, I think that we've been in a silent war. A war that looks different than the wars we have been used to.
Or a deep world war or something.
Yes, it's going to be a different type of war. But I don't. See, I know where you're going with it. Like, it depends on your if your definition of war is like World War III, I say no. I don't think it's going to get to that point. I think it's going to escalate a bit and de-escalate,
like,
in my opinion.
The years of war we just got out of. That's the war I was thinking of.
Yes.
It's going to be another repeat.
I hope not. I don't think so. Iran. See, the thing is, it's not really fair to compare the two. And trust me, I do not want to see regime change in that way, where American troops go in and enforce a regime change. I'd like to see the Iranian people stand up. And if we just continue this relentless pressure on them, the fact that they're lashing out, the fact that they're talking a big game and doing these little tiny things, it's them lashing out because they're hurting. They're hurting. You know, they need to create some type of they need to fight back. I mean, otherwise they see what we're doing. But if it's their response is gonna really decide a lot, because we are gonna nail their oil refineries if they respond, stronger than I would expect. And they are not. There goes the economy. They have no economy after that. What are they gonna do? And Russia's gonna be in a tough spot.
Don't they have a nuclear system over there too?
Supposedly not yet.
That's crazy. But now I kind of like Trump, but do you think this is weird because after he got impeached or whatever you call it?
Yeah, it almost seems like a political play, right?
Yeah. Why now?
I take that into account. One of my first thoughts. I had many different thoughts go through my head. One of them was good timing. You know, good timing.
I want my time still last before I get out of office. Hold up all that stuff they're doing. Let me go bomb these people real fast so I can still be in office for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's hoping to take out a real bad guy. And at the same time, before this happened, we used some intimidation tactics. Like, we were taking down their planes without shooting them. We were using this cyber or frequency or something that was making their stealth jets and bombers fall out of the sky. And their pilots would eject, no death, but would send a big message like, hey, something's coming, and if you try to come in, every jet you send will end up in the ocean. With your pilots will live though. You know, it's a powerful move.
It's the same machines that remember how the Air 51 was getting ready. They were ready to storm Air 51. They had that machine out there too. That laser thing.
Oh, did they? No one actually stormed, right? Nobody actually stormed.
A couple of people did.
That's what I was thinking. There had to have been a few people that were just it's just
they might have probably been drunk because they didn't go too far. They probably went about 30 to 40 feet in.
Oh, really? No one got hurt. Oh, yeah.
It was all mostly
secure base.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid. I wasn't dropped all the way out for it.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, I thought it was cool, but then, it de-escalated. The media stopped covering it. They purposely shut that thing down. Yeah. They try to make it so. I mean, of course, it's a secure base. I mean, you can't have that happening. That's ridiculous. A bunch of citizens, not overtaking, but storming a base like that. It's kind of ridiculous.
Why haven't the news really talked about what not Japan, but China or whatever?
Yeah.
Lately, don't really hear too much about that.
Yes, I mean, have you been hearing any news about it? Do you have something that should be shared, or you're worried about the how quiet it's been?
I'm kind of worried about what if we're so focused in Iraq or whatever up through there.
Yeah.
That he plays something stupid.
Well, that was part of my premise, though. I think that it was looking like it was all North Korea. We were all focused on North Korea up until the embassy and that one rocket that killed the DoD contractor. Everyone was focused on North Korea, and that was by design for sure. all this Christmas gift talk. You know, it sounds like a legit promise, but it's something that in the end you can kind of twist, like, oh yeah, it was just a vase. You know, it's just so. I just find it so odd how that went down. China gave them a vase, and then Trump goes on and says that. It just felt like a ploy. He knows how to play. He's always been a master at getting the media to look at this hand, while with the other hand, he, is drawing a masterpiece, and they have no idea.
Another thing I seen, it was actually on a I guess you extend your years about UFOs or whatever. And then he said some guy came in his house, and only thing he knew is he woke up behind the wheel, and then he got charged with a DUI or whatever. Then he went to jail. And
Tyler.
Now he's on them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
that's real or true.
I think. Oh, it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me because it's like this guy. He's taught. Think about it. Are they gonna put him in jail, beat him up, get in his face, tell him if you talk about it, da 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 da, this and this and this, when they could just, I don't know, demonetize his channel and shut him down? Isn't that a lot more simple?
Well, if that was the government or the Secret Service doing that to him, they probably would have killed him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're not gonna. It's not gonna be put in a situation where he feels violated to the point where he's gonna now announce it to the world. I think that he got in a tough spot. Him and his girl, whatever, also had a DUI, probably depressed, going through some stuff. I heard he had been kind of MIA for a while. He could have just been going through some stuff, and he's trying to play it like, oh shucks, type of guy, and I'm not buying it. I'm sorry, I want to like support every YouTuber I can. I don't support them being deplatformed, but that's the thing. That's where they start. They start with demonetizing, deplatforming, making it difficult to make videos. Whereas with him, they put him in jail and beat the living shit out of him for days, and he hasn't had one scratch on him. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it was kind of, maybe he was doing it for.
I don't know what the motive was. I think so, sometimes I'm telling you, as a creator, when everyone's talking about you, you get like you think about the things you say when they come out of your mouth more, and all it takes is one asshole to say something stupid to get you going. So imagine you have 2 million subscribers. You got, everyone's talking about it. He wants to make it sound. He wants, he was trying to come up with something that made sense, and he's a good enough bullshitter. I can tell he's got a streak of bullshit on him, and I'm not knocking the guy. It makes no sense. They didn't beat him for days when they could have just demonetized and shut down the channel. I'm sorry. It's just they're not gonna go to those lengths when they could just talk to Susan and be like, "Hey, Susan, yeah, shut down that channel, demonetize that channel."
Was his channel going down on views or something? Because it sounded like something like that one YouTuber did in Japan with that hanging, that Death Row Valley or whatever, or Suicide Mountain.
Oh, somebody actually suicided. Got suicided?
Remember how? No.
Oh.
Well, yeah. In a video, somebody did hang themselves. But
oh yeah, I've seen some crazy videos like that too, like kids getting bullied. But as far as like YouTubers that actually like do truth, I don't know.
What it was, Logan Paul, right?
Say it again.
Logan Paul. He went to Logan Paul or whatever.
Logan Paul. Some people in the audience might know. I'm not. Tell me a story. Tell me a story. What happened with him?
He went to Japan or whatever, or China or whatever. He went to Suicide Mountain, or Suicide Valley, or Suicide Mountain. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, the there's something about
But
the
he found
Japanese
somebody.
with suicide.
Yeah, but he found somebody in there hung themselves, and he posted it on YouTube. And man, why would you even do that?
So
You're
stupid.
making millions a day.
It's almost as dumb as saying I'm thinking about committing suicide on a YouTube video.
Exactly.
Which is exactly what Tyler did.
Yeah, pretty much.
He straight up said it. He straight up said it, which is the dumbest thing you could do. Boom, 30 days, see you later. I don't know. In Massachusetts, they can do 120 days. So if you say that, you better mean it, because they'll lock your ass up for 120 days. Just they're protecting you, you know. In some cases they are. In some cases they are. But you know, you gotta use common sense, I think. You know, if someone just kind of says it, but it's not. But then again, they take them all serious. You always have half of the people in there saying, "I didn't even mean it." You know what I mean? It was more a cry for help, or you know, a lot of people just looking for 3 hots in a cot. To be honest with you, a lot of homeless, drug addicts. He's what?
Did it for more views, and he don't take.
Yeah.
Like after they posted it.
I think he's trying to defend his reputation because he hasn't been on, from what I understand. So I think that he's been slacking on the YouTube front. He's supposed to make some documentary. I think he's been slacking on the YouTube front.
Boxer. He came up becoming a famous boxer now or whatever. I don't know. Just lost his fight. But then he had to turn around and donate $1 million to the suicide prevention hotline.
Wait, who did?
I don't know.
Who did?
Logan Paul.
Oh, wow. $1 million.
Did you hear about all that?
No.
It was a while back, but
wow. I'll look into it. Logan Paul. Logan Paul. I'll look into that.
All over YouTube.
Huh.
It's kind of old news.
Yeah, but still.
About what's the main channel.
Still, I'll check it out. I mean, you know, see what it's all about. Because I never heard of it. What do you think about
all that?
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Please, go ahead.
They bombed the oil rig over there. You think Trump did that?
In Saudi Arabia?
Yeah. You think we did that, or?
I think, to be honest, at the time, I'll be honest, I thought Iran did. Israel did at the time. As time's gone, it seems Iran really has been kind of lashing out. They're literally lashing out. I think that they actually did it. Now, was it possibly made worse or emphasized in a certain way? It was definitely used for political gain, as far as why Iran needs to go, and Israel deserving that land, and I don't know. That's my biggest fear, is that they're going to start, instead of blaming the U.S., blame Israel. And that's not because I'm some Zionist or something like that. No. It's just that is the quickest route to them all gaining forces. If it becomes about Israel and not the U.S., then you're going to see alliances in the Middle East form. Then you're going to see people backing up their teams. Then you're going to see a World War III. For some reason, when it comes to the Jewish, I'm telling you, it will come to that if it starts going to become about that.
I'm thinking it's going to war here soon.
But I just don't think it's World War III. I don't think we're going to hit that. But I can see easily how it could happen. Easily. One wrong statement, one wrong move, one wrong rocket, Israel and Jewish people are very protected people. You guys saw what happened. New York City, New Jersey, those areas, they were being attacked, and they were being deliberately attacked.
We actually just had a mass shooting here, New Year's Day, or when everybody was partying.
So it was a mass shooting. Which one?
It wasn't like that. Well, it was that. They called it mass shooting because I think they said if it's more
Yeah,
They
something like
call
that.
it
It's a mass shooting.
shooting now.
Yeah, yeah,
Now they do.
yeah.
It was a. Remember how back the other time I talked to you, I told you we had a bad thing with drugs here.
Yes, I do.
Well, we got Detroit coming here because they call this like I'm in Huntington. They call this Money Town or something. Money.
So they go there to make money.
Oh, they
A lot of buyers. I would say.
No, we probably got so many clinics opened up. They're shutting down Boys and Girls Club
To open up
clinics.
methadone and Suboxone clinics.
Yeah, like rehabs and stuff.
That's happening here too.
But
It's like crazy. It's crazy.
They call it. There was a bar. It was like I don't know. They smoke pipes, the big long pipes, and they smoke stuff out of it. But it was a concert going on. It's a small bar. But the guy shot like 7 people, hit them all. Didn't kill nobody, but hurt them.
I remember that. A lot of injured, no dead in the mall.
Yeah.
Young kid, right?
No, it's a little bar.
It's a young kid, right?
Yeah, it's real young.
Yeah. I remember that. Bunch of injured, no deaths. I think it died. I didn't do a video solely about it, but it's in a video, in one of those long videos. I have some of those videos. It's like there's no way anyone can watch all my content without it being like ridiculous amount of time. But there's so much. There's so many gems in there. You know. Yeah.
4 days before this happened, I live in the ghetto pretty much now.
Yeah.
And you pretty much, if somebody's walking by, you're standing still for a minute, see what they're doing. But well, before this ever happened, the mass shooting thing, the guy got shot 15 times and 10 of them hit him, killed him right there instantly at the spot where he was getting out of his car. Took his kid, and remember how I told you this mass shooting is from Detroit, and he was from Detroit.
They took his kid.
All these people, yeah, they took his kid.
What?
And everything.
Why did they take his kid? They already killed him.
Probably, more than likely.
So I'm saying though, they had already killed the father and took his kid.
Yeah, see, he was getting out of the car. Pop, 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 pop.
Wow.
And took his kid.
What are you gonna do with the kid?
Realized, probably, you know.
I don't know.
Pretty much what it is, the detectives are thinking here, all the Detroit kids coming here, everybody's making mad money.
Yeah.
But everybody's getting jealous.
Oh, it's gonna lead to something.
So it's like a.
Now, don't tell me where there is, but are we talking same state or out of state?
Well, I'm in West Virginia.
Oh, wow.
Detroit's coming to West Virginia.
Well, I've heard. Well, that's kind of like when Boston went to Florida in the last decade. We kind of went down there and grabbed all their painkillers they were giving to the old folk and brought them up here and sold them, you know, for pennies by the dollar. Wow, huh? Yeah, Detroit. I mean, Detroit. Think about it. You know, think about what they've been through as a city.
Well, I heard somebody dies every 20 seconds.
Yeah, and even worse, Chicago. I mean, Detroit is consistently bad. I would argue Detroit's worse, but the murder rate in Chicago is just so ridiculous. Because you know what happens, that we found this out when, I already know this before. I had talked to an Salvadorian kid, and around where I was living, our Salvadorians were holding it down. They were the ones with the actual power, or at least the street power, right? So it was coming in from Mexico. It goes straight up to there's a process somewhere like Arizona or Texas. Then go straight to Chicago and be distributed across the U.S. from there. And that has a lot of reason why the death toll is so high. We're talking high stakes And when there's high stakes, there's going to be a lot of people who don't make it along the way. We're talking big money, and then like you were talking about people getting jealous. Well, there's always people trying to stick up the places. You gotta the silence sometimes. Moving in silence is the only way to go. Now I'm not supporting this kind of stuff. I'm just saying, this is what goes on. This is their attempt to try to get away from it, and it's unfortunate because it really does affect our youth. It affects the youth of the generations that are using. It's not just this generation; it'll be the next generation that grew up without mothers and fathers, or with mothers and fathers who have problems. Some just plain dead. It's unbelievable when I look at my yearbook. It really is.
Yeah, it's like some of the people I used to hang out with. Even, it has touched in our family too. The drugs. My sister, all kinds of crap, man. But my sister is doing alright now. But
good.
My family, our street right here, every hour is probably at least 400 cars going up and down to the ghetto.
Oh, really?
What I'm saying.
So yeah, I wouldn't get okay. So I'm live again. I'm back. I know, guys. I don't know what happened. He was talking, and then we disappeared, and I had to restart it. Not restart the stream, but restart the program. And then it says enter studio. I enter studio, and I'm back. That's like the third time I've had to do this show. But yeah. So you were saying before? I don't know when we got cut off, but so what were you saying?
All right. About the stuff they put in the drugs.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
Pretty much, like our cops touched it because my cousin was the HPD officer. He told me some of his cops people touched it and they had to get rushed to the hospital.
Yeah, it sounds like fentanyl.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna say, guys, if there's anybody out there who's having trouble with drugs, listen. I've been there. I've been from like top secret clearance world to down in the dumps and doing drugs, doing opiates, OxyContin, all that. I was there, and I've now I'm going to be 6 years in the spring. So you can do it. Smoke weed. Relax.
Drink a beer.
Get to know yourself better, because it takes a whole life change. And also, I would move wherever you're at. If there's a lot of stuff around you, move. Go somewhere else, and watch it work your wonders.
You know what?
And as the
My drug
Mickey Mouse
addiction
said, he's right. As far as like people touching drugs and dying, that's straight up fentanyl. That sounds like China grade fentanyl. Amanda.
But there for a while, they were trying to break into dog shelters.
Into what?
The dog shelters.
Dog shelters. Why would they want to be in a dog
Yeah.
shelter?
I don't know. Some kind of drug in there. They were shooting.
Oh, maybe like the ketamine.
I guess. I don't know.
Ketamine, I would think. Ketamine, a dog shelter. I don't think the ketamine.
I don't know.
Good night, Texas Chip.
I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe for the needles or whatever, but I don't know. Like we have that needle exchange program here,
Oh, really?
and
How's that work out? Does it cause a mess or does it help stop disease?
well, for the kids, really bad. For the little kids for the playground.
That's what I'm saying. I worry about it causing more of a problem than helping.
100% more problems because our little girl, she's a tomboy, you know.
I mean, a drug addict, if they don't have something to use with, they will use something. And even if the person said, no, I have Hep C or something like that,
they don't care.
they will say, screw it, and just do it. That's how, their life is so bad at that point. That's how it goes. It's pretty sad, that type of stuff, man. It really sucks. But
Shit, like shit, dude. Like we got people will shoot up what you call it, from death. They shoot us up or whatever.
yeah, that's maybe some, I've never heard about stuff like that. But yeah, I believe it, man. They shoot anything up. They'll do anything. They sometimes they're addicted to the instrument as much as the drug.
Yeah, then they start like being a zombie and dancing and.
Oh,
like,
wow.
You ever seen that thing at a car lot?
I've heard the horror story, the Carlite, the crocodile, the all the crazy stuff, the flesh eating, the turning people into zombies. It sounds like Florida. That sounds like Florida to me. I see a lot of that crap in Florida. I mean, Florida, what is going on with you guys? I see Florida. It's always something crazy.
If there's like a big mud hole in the ground, they get in that mud hole.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that.
I mean,
yeah, it's some crazy stuff, man. And I wanna say thank you for bringing this stuff to people's attention, because I think we should. Sometimes it's tough to talk about this stuff, but I find it important because it is affecting more Americans than anything else. Any one thing that's affecting Americans the most is addiction. There is addiction all over this country in one form or another. And I think it's always important to address it, shine a light on it. Don't let it sit in the darkness. And, people need to make sure that they are respecting themselves, respecting their bodies, and loving themselves. Or, I don't know what advice I'd give after that.
Well, the people that I knew was on drugs real bad, and they actually got sent to a program.
Yeah.
Got sent to a program, and they actually had changed a little bit. But they have fell back in a little bit once in a while. But that's the devil,
It's back and forth. And at one point, though, as long as they make it, a decision comes. I'm telling you, a decision comes. Like in my life, I had a decision to make. Live or keep up with the bullshit. And I chose my family, Well, I didn't have a family yet, but the person I'm with.
Hey, my drug of choice is going to Walmart and buying a fishing pole. That's my drug.
There you go.
I love fishing.
Yeah. Mine is marijuana.
Hell yeah. That's the only thing you're hurting is
Although I'm just smoking tobacco right now.
The wallet
No.
for the Christian bill. Because you're robbing the refrigerator.
That's crazy. Hey, Amanda.
But I don't mean to talk about all this.
Amanda. No. I think it's sometimes important. It's tough. It's tough to talk about, but I think it's important to always address it. We need to remind ourselves and stop the stigma, because there's people out there suffering. I know it for a fact. There's so many people, young people. They don't know their ass from their elbow, and they're dealing with the most difficult thing they'll ever deal with.
I mean, I just get tired of hearing about
Amanda.
wars sometimes.
Sorry, but
You know what I'm saying?
Amanda.
I just get. Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to get it. I'm sorry. It's tough, man.
Yeah, I mean, I just get tired of hearing the bedtime stories about if we're going to war and stuff like that.
I know. I and you know what? That's another thing. I don't want to spread fear. That's why I kind of but it can. It's and there's people who feast.
And it's going to happen.
There's people who do feast on it though, and they do fear porn, and there's something about it. People like that stuff, but I'm just trying to put a certain spin on it, and just kind of look at. I mean, how can we see these things coming? Like, we want to look at the progression of this. So far, I know what happened in the month prior, even further. I mean, on certain things, but I really looked at the main events that happened, how they happened, who were the players, why. And when you put it all together, it looks like deception. And the U.S. caught Iran with their pants down, and they're in a situation where they have to respond, but they're in a tough spot. We could just take out their whole economy. We're taking out it's too easy.
We could probably take that out in a second. That whole place right there.
It would be a simultaneous attack. That would be the most effective in this type of situation, especially when they know it's coming. It would have to be all at once. So, we're talking seconds. With the technology
that bomb
today.
We got underground. Is that our nuclear bomb underground?
Well, they have them underground. They have 50 of them underground in just Turkey, NATO. And they're very worried about those 50. And I talked about that in the stream when we left Syria. And I said, well, what about Turkey? Because Turkey was kind of a problem at that point. And I'm like, Turkey's part of NATO. But technically, they're kind of going against us, and this is going to get out of hand. And I said what they worried was those 50 nukes they had in Turkey.
Right.
So,
I thought I seen a tweet for Trump that said something about 52.
Well, let me tell you guys about this. So what Trump said was, if you respond on any U.S. asset, ally, he went through all the list, the obvious things.
Right.
We will respond, and we have 52 targets that we will take out. One for every hostage that you took 30, 40 years ago, 1979, when they took 52 hostages. He said one for every hostage you took in 1979. Wow. This guy's got some fucking cojones, huh? He's saying that to the world too. He's letting people know, I will fucking, but that's scary. What's the response?
Yeah.
But we've seen this tough talk before, but it's a little different. It's like imminent attack.
Why do you think he pushed that button on Subway?
Because I really do think that there was an imminent attack on us at the time. I do believe that. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I do believe it. Just looking at the whole thing, it makes sense. Where he was, what led up to it.
Did they already hack us?
Huh?
Didn't they hack us a couple days ago?
Address?
I thought I heard something about them. They tried to hack the dams. Did you hear hear anything?
I might have missed it. Why? You want to tell us what?
No, well, I thought I heard something about. I mean, that's bad to say. I thought I really did hear it. Something about hacking into the computer system at dams, trying to.
Yeah, that could be bad. That could be bad. That's the Department of Energy too.
Yeah.
So if you're in the Department of Energy, I mean, they have capabilities. We are far beyond them, obviously, but they do have capabilities. They, Obama gave them a lot of money and they bulked up, They have capabilities, but, obviously they could hit us. I do believe that. I mean, even Shabbat, we're at high alert. How was it that we got hit that hard that Shabbat was able to blow up a bunch of our planes and Al-Shabaab, they blew up a bunch of our planes. They killed a bunch of people. Not a bunch, but more than we killed almost. It was like the same amount killed on each side, which is rare. Usually they have a lot more dead, but it looked like a successful attack. Al-Shabaab. They got all the vehicles, the aircraft, the DOD employees, the military, which probably was special forces. It's just it's crazy how they were able to do that, and it made me look at that, and I'm like, I'm trying to think from every angle. I never just take it as it is, but it was I think it was a sign to Iran, like, even though we're Sunni and you're Shiite, we're with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, couple years, I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago. Remember how if there's a nuclear coming our way, alert will stand over the TV or your phone? Remember that?
Yeah, when he sent that alert, Trump?
Yeah. Now.
You know what I think happened?
He did it?
You go ahead.
He did it? Okay, I'm sorry, go.
No, go. I don't know what you're going to say, but I think this is fascinating because I think he did some crazy stuff.
We might be in the same page.
Yeah. Probably.
Do you think he did it? Or did the president do it? Or the Secret Service or whatever?
Are we both talking about the alert system where it went to everyone's phone?
Yeah, by accident.
Well, I think.
And he got fired.
Oh, by accident. Oh, shit. No, I never heard that.
Remember how it said it was by accident? He pushed the wrong button. But I think it was just a test. They didn't want people to find out.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember when it happened, though. I think it was last year or something. I remember that.
Well, I heard, because everybody got the message, right?
Yeah.
And then you had to click it.
Yep.
We all have phones on our things, right? I think not only when we clicked it did we give them all like our data from our phone. You know what I mean? Seriously, I think they upstream. It's called upstream. They, instead of download, it's like an upload. They uploaded into us. Took the data, the picture, everything, and that was a data collection. That's what I've heard, and it makes total sense. That was a data collection on all of us. They took pictures. You kick as soon as you hit that button. You might look funny, not ready for a picture, but they just have that's something for facial recognition, and supposedly your data when you click it. So that's the stuff I've heard. I thought that's where you were gonna go with it. It's some crazy stuff.
I mean, pretty much. That's what I think. The government did it. I mean, it could have been an accident, but why risking getting paid good to do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. But then again, past couple of days, the old lady's phone and my phone been acting up. It's been like the microphone to come on, the screen to come on by itself.
Yeah, there's been a lot of weird stuff lately. Like I said, I've been feeling tired
tired for no reason. I should not be feeling like just this exhaustion feeling like after sleeping. I don't know. It's so weird.
Again, that could be trying to put you to bed early because you don't want to hear the crap going on the news.
I don't know. So it was like day and night sleep for 2 days, and it was like out of nowhere. I couldn't help it. Very odd. Very odd. I had enough sleep. I should be up, and I wasn't even depressed.
A lot of people,
if that happens, that means I'm depressed. But I wasn't depressed. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, it just happened. These last few days. I think they've been trying to, I don't know. There's a lot going on. A lot of people having a lot of problems. Have you, one of our callers mentioned, when you look at your YouTube, when you hit your inbox, isn't it like nothing all of a sudden? There's like nobody. You like see some video that some channel you forgot subscribing to a year ago. There's like no other videos. It's like, what's going on? You know what I mean? It's kind of, I don't know. A lot of people have been saying that, and I've seen that myself. I don't know if they're unsubscribing or gone or what. A lot of channels I like. Some I even don't like.
I seen there's a documentary about YouTube that was on TV. About YouTube. I pretty much think the feds, the FBI, and all the government took YouTube pretty much from them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, whatever's going on YouTube, it's not no good because it's also, this is probably the dumbest thing to say on YouTube, but screw it. The owner, Susan Wojcinski, right, and then her sister is Ann. She's the CEO and president of 23andMe. Isn't that crazy? So she's collecting all your data through your DNA, your sacred data. This one's collecting, on YouTube, everything you say and write. And then the one Ann that's getting your DNA is married to the founder and CEO of Google and the Alphabet company. It's like, what? What a crazy family connection that is, huh? Those three? I mean, that just shows you. It's like unbelievable, the power.
It's changing bad, man.
I don't know that they're collecting every form of data they can, inside, outside, what you put out and what you have in. That's crazy, right?
Exactly.
Oh, my knee.
Does anybody want to call in?
No. Go ahead if you have something on your mind.
I know I'm hitting around circles, but I'm sorry for doing that. But so the war, well, if we go to war, whenever, you think it's going to be a bad one? Or like,
yeah.
How many? Like,
okay.
It's going to be like years?
Hold on. If it's a World War III scenario, it's going to be very bad. If it's not, then not so bad. Honestly, it doesn't necessarily have to escalate to that, but this is a stepping stone. It could be potentially, but I'm hoping that's, at some point, cooler heads prevail, before all that war and I mean, we could demolish them. It's just, is Russia gonna get, So it's like you don't want to start a war, But it depends.
I don't understand, like, if we're going to war.
What if Trump's a deal maker? What if he offers Russia a better deal than what they're getting from Iran?
Right, pretty much. Why can't they just push a button?
But their interests, our interests with Russia will never align. That's the problem. That's the way it seems. I mean, it'd be amazing if it did, but it doesn't.
I mean, I'm not real smart when it comes to war things, but I just don't understand spending all of that money and all these family members over there right now. Very thinking about them want to watch football or something. Why can't they just push one button and wipe them out if it's that bad?
But like the ability to just do that. Why don't they? Just kill us? Because we're creators and innovators, and we produce as a society. They can't do it without us. You know, it's like a farmer killing all his sheep, you know, and horses. There's no point in doing that. You know, you can benefit from what they can put out. You know, as long as you have control of them.
How much does a war cost? I mean, how much do you think a war costs?
Billions, but in the big picture, though, it's like it's the result of the war that I'm worried about. It's like it doesn't even matter what it costs. It's like, well, yeah, it doesn't matter what it costs, but the costs are going to be so bad, no matter. You know, so it's.
Lose a lot of people again.
I don't think we will. No, I don't think that we'll lose a lot of people. I just don't think it's gonna get. See, the thing is, I do not think it's gonna get to World War III. I just don't. I think that there will be something where it cools down. Maybe a meeting for peace. Huh? That sound familiar? You know, like for anyone biblical, it's like, you know, the whole peace thing, especially with you see who's lining up on which side. It kind of. It's funny how that works too, biblically, when you look at the olden days and what they said. So
I know this could be fake at all, but I've been seeing a lot on Facebook. Yeah, I mean, I like my Facebook.
yeah.
But I've been seeing they got a price tag on Trump's head. Is that true?
I can't say that. I can't say that. I know that. No, I never heard that. But I'll tell you what, that's kind of like a, you know, there's a bear shit in the, you know, they want him dead. They don't want him going there. I mean, you know, this Q thing has been on point, and even if not, there's so many things that he's doing that, yeah. There's stuff going on. So, yeah, they want him dead. I am sure of it, but I can't say that there's a hit out on his head that I know about. I just think it's like a you have to assume that they would. I mean, you know.
Oh, you know they do, but
you know, in one way or the other, you know, maybe you don't want to. He's so popular, you don't want to like assassinate him, but like something else, you mess with his health. You don't know with technology, but then again, they protect the presidents pretty well, extremely well, I should say. So it's amazing, really. 24/7 on point.
I told you, like when he came here, man.
Yeah.
Cell phones, man, messed up. I had to get a new one, and
all the cell phones stop working everywhere it goes. So funny.
It seemed like the
that makes sense though. Makes sense.
The undergrade cell phones quit working.
Wow.
Or messing up. You know what I'm saying? Like the real cheaper ones.
Yeah.
So you had to go buy a decent phone so they could probably watch you more.
Probably so they could do that upstream.
Oh boy, because
that we were talking about, yeah.
I felt like real bad feeling, and it was crazy. So I don't know. But buddy, I'm gonna have to get off here.
Oh, thank you so much for your call, brother. Great call. Thank you.
And I don't mean to jump around circles. I'm sorry about that.
No. That's good, because you know why? People join the show, they leave the show. As long as it's a good topic, you know, you can come up with, you could talk about something twice and have two different kind of outlooks, you know, depending on what side you're viewing it from. You know, right now, 18. So.
Man, sir, you're losing people. You lost 20.
Oh, it's just late. It's late. It's 2 a.m. You know, I mean, people are going to bed. You know, it's a work day, so a lot of people probably going out.
One more real quick thing.
Yeah.
You know how in the old days the Area 51 was they'll go be like on ground, not underground.
Okay.
They were pretty much on top of the ground. I heard recently they went underground, and Where are they doing with all that dirt?
I do believe
You know
that
what
they
I'm
do
saying?
go underground.
Yeah, they went underground.
Yeah.
For sure they did go
Yeah.
underground.
Yeah.
Well,
What do they
what
do
I
with the
seen on
dirt?
the History Channel,
Hmm.
the History Channel, there's a YouTuber on there. He was out there filming all kinds of stuff. I watch his channel a lot. But
What do they do with all the dirt?
well, listen.
Okay.
He's like a gold miner too in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he says, well, they pile it up in a big pile, and they put pipes through it, like these big metal drain pipes, and they pump some kind of chemical in them pipes, and like say a 10,000 pound boulder will be a little pebble when it gets done touching that chemical.
Oh wow, huh?
Yeah, like a big ass boulder could turn into a little pebble, like a BB or a piece of dirt.
They could condense it, huh?
Yeah, it's some kind of chemical they.
So amazing. That's so. It makes sense because like the compound, like it just kind of, it could just keep going dense with this extreme pressure or something like that. It's pretty cool.
Oh, you can Google it. I mean, it was on Discovery.
Yeah, what's the name of it? Is there like a name for it? Like,
it just popped up on my.
Yeah. But no, it makes sense. I passes like my BS tests. You know what I mean? Because it seems like something that's legit. Like, Sam probably would do that.
Do all that.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing what they can do. Who knows what they can do? I don't know. There's the classified stuff. I'll never know it. I can't talk about anything classified. I did forget about what's going on now. I have no idea. But that's why I do these things, though. We kind of hash out. If someone thinks something different. I'm the type that if somebody can show me proof and really convince me, I'll change my stance on things. If I have to, but I got to see proof.
Do you have a YouTuber Facebook for your YouTube channel? Or?
Facebook, no. I have a Twitter account, Red Pill Dispenser instead of dispensary. The Red Pill Dispenser. Yeah, so if you want to hit me up there, and then
You just don't do Facebook or anything.
Yeah, I don't touch Facebook. Yeah, I don't touch it. Yeah, it's just yeah. I just feel like
it's all true.
The data's getting taken anyway. Trust me, but you know what? It just feels like I'm letting it happen by going. I don't know. It feels like it's still getting taken here. I'm sure all the data, but it's not as obvious.
You just said all that, but listen to this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on Wi-Fi right now, talking to you on Wi-Fi. Okay, my cell phone company is Boost Mobile.
Okay.
I haven't paid it's a pay as you go or whatever. It's a contract. Okay, they just sent me a text message, a couple of months ago. They turned my phone on for free for that whole month.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Okay, that sounded like a red flag.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
$55 I just saved.
Yeah.
But that's kind of weird. Yeah. They just sent me a code I can enter on my thing.
Everything's online now. Yeah. They gotta know you're online.
$25. They give me $25 to pay my phone bill. I'm like, wait a minute. It's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of plays.
What's the angle here? Where do I lose, right? Where is the catch? So, did there end up being a catch? No, I'm saying they end up They just
No.
oh, nice,
No, I
nice.
figured the government.
Yeah. I know. I know exactly what you mean, man. Very good point. Thank you so much.
Like last year, we had a helicopter.
Yeah.
Flying, like more than 3 helicopters last year here, flying, I mean, all day long, nonstop, around circles. And then
Could you say like the state or?
Well, the state or the city council, the big honcho down here, asked for help because we was going through a lot of shootings and stuff.
Okay.
And they were pinging our cell phones up in the air.
Oh yeah, cell phones always. Oh
yeah.
Yeah, always. Yeah, your cell phone
and
is
then, a couple days later, everybody started getting busted, and oh my god,
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, people nowadays they'll be so clean, do everything right, and something to do with the internet will get them and get them convicted for some shit. You know, there's cameras everywhere. Everybody's on the internet. You know, like people like talk about this shit on like Facebook sometimes. I'm like, what are you, stupid? You just put that, you know? It's like a legit talking about a crime they did. I don't know. People just, I don't know, and they don't care. They just want to share it. You know, it's like that's a huge risk, man. Oh shit. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big freak when it comes to Area 51. You got my focus, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why do we want in there so bad?
Don't you think the fact that Area 51 represents aliens would mean that if there's one place I know there's not aliens, it's right there? You know what I mean? If that's the rumor, you move them. You know, they would never actually have them there. That's the thing. If it ever did happen, I'm not big on it, but I think it's fallen angels. I'm not big on aliens. I think it could be I think that it could be a distraction, fallen angels potentially. We're entering uncharted territories, even with the technology, AI, and the the D-Wave with the quantum mechanics. It's like it's crazy stuff. It's beyond us now. It's like this new thing, the AI especially.
All these sightings are coming up.
Yeah.
Like when they were flying the jets, and they said they seen something weird.
Oh yeah. It's crazy. They're making the water, and it was it seemed like a mother ship, right? Yeah, under the water. That's crazy. It like rippled it, and they all had the same story, right? All the pilot, the crew. So it's legit. I mean, these are respectable people, you know.
I mean, I believe there's.
But who knows what it is? It could be some top secret. It's something, you know, like they yeah, we came across some technology. Yeah, something. Or either a lot, you know what a lot of people think. A lot of people, especially like even Christians, it's kind of become like a thing, is that there will be a fake alien invasion. I mean, you hear that all the time, and they'll use Project Bluebeam. It'll feel like it's real, and it basically will be real, but not. I don't know exactly what their argument is, but I just it's a lot of people think that's gonna be the thing. I don't think it's gonna be the thing, but there will be something that happens, in my opinion. But you know, it's pretty crazy.
Well, I want to let you go, and
all right.
I imagine you got a lot of people wanting to call in.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's late. It's late. We'll see.
Right.
But thank you, man. Appreciate you calling. All right. All right. So that was a great call. Let's see. Oh. Was this thing? Yeah, you guys probably couldn't hear that well. Yeah, we're good. All right, bro, you still there? I thought you were too far from the mic. I'm like, oh no. But no, you were good. You were good. Because everyone's talking about it in chat. I was like, oh no, I had him too far from the mic because where I saw the phone. All right, brother. Thank you for calling in. Okay. What's up, guys? I've been looking at chat, but I haven't. I've been just you get into the conversation, like you like all good calls, great calls tonight. Honestly, everyone. It's like a mixed bag of opinions. That's exactly what I wanted. Just some feedback, even if it's just a mixed bag. It's nice. One thing that sucks is my setup kind of screwed up. And Amanda, by the way, is not laughing at you guys. She's watching YouTube with headphones on. She doesn't even know. Watch. She doesn't even know. She's not even looking. She's listening to herself. I'm showing that you're not laughing at them. It sounds like you're laughing at them every time you laugh. Yeah, it's you're not laughing at people on here, right? The phone calls. That's what it sounded like. Yo, what happened? Where's the All right, so if anyone wants to call in, if not, I'll just call it a night because, damn, man, I kind of screwed up the setup for the show, but yeah, I'm Portuguese, yeah. Portuguese Irish, nice little Boston mix. Portuguese Irish. So if Amanda, stop laughing. You sound like you're laughing at me. She ain't laughing at me for real. She's listening to her own shit. But you know what? I think that's a good little set of calls. It's getting late. We're at like 3 hours or 11. I want to make sure this loads. So thank you for those of you guys sticking with me. Sherbet, I see you. Sailor Spirit, I see you. Run it. I've seen you. But especially you, Sherbet, Sailor Spirit. I've seen you guys all night. It's the Red Pill. I'm getting tired. Red Pill Dispensary. Great show. Thank you guys. Great calls. I appreciate people calling and sharing. I understand it's not easy. That's why it's always the first call that takes a while to get, but people get comfortable. I like that. So thank you for calling, guys. Red Pill Dispensary. All right, fellas.